I swear, every time I try to clean up this room and organize it a little bit, it just gets worse. So hello and welcome to domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa. This coffee mug says keep calm and eat cheesecake. And this is why my daughter picked it up for me, because I really like cheesecake. However, this mug had a surprise that she missed. It's hot. It's hot. On the other side of this mug is the Golden Girls. So it's probably even more appropriate than what she thought. Not quite that silver yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Anyway, in our cheesecake mug is the Celestial Seasonings Cinnamon Apple Spice Herbal Tea. Picked it up at Kroger last night, actually. This has cinnamon, hibiscus, chamomile, roasted chicory, natural cinnamon and apple flavors with other natural flavors, orange peel, and roasted carob. This is going to be interesting because certainly that's not why it's going to be interesting, though, Yuriko. This is going to be interesting because I'm not a huge fan of apple drinks. When I was about, I don't know, I was somewhere around 13 to 15 years old, somewhere in there. My mother, I got sick. I got really sick. And this might have been when I also had my wisdom teeth pulled. I can't remember. But I was not feeling well. Let's just go with that. I was feeling really bad, really bad. And my mother bought nothing but apple juice the whole time I was sick. And I was sick for days. And ever since then, apple juice is pretty much a no. It's called a food aversion, and food aversions are very hard to get over. Now, this is just apple juice. I can actually drink cider. I don't particularly like it, but I can drink it. I can eat apple pie. I like it to some degree. I have other pies I like more. But apple juice is a no. Is a no. Hopefully this being a tea with cinnamon in it will help, and the cinnamon being the dominant flavor will help. Let's go ahead and give it a sip. It has been steeping for about 2-3 minutes, give or take. I did double bag it because it is a store tea, so we'll just see. It smells really good. It smells like apple cider is what it smells like. It's really hot, and it's very warm today. Hey, it's tasting like I added too much sugar, but it might be just like the apple flavor hasn't come through. I'm getting some of the cinnamon. That's very odd. Set you over there and let you finish up and do your thing. Hopefully you'll be better by the end. Hopefully it'll be cooler by the end. That's probably part of the problem with tasting it. So we're going to put that over there. Anyway, so today I am actually going to shop my stash, but first we have to go through some of the old things. I will tell you, I did do a shop my stash for last month, right? For the month we're leaving. Anyway, I don't know. We're in what, August? We're going into September? I did one for this month, right? Timing. Anyway, I will say, since I last shopped my stash and put stuff together and all that, a lot. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to go through that I already have that wasn't there before. So let's get started. I got 2 palettes out, and then we'll go starting top down. My 2 palettes are my brand new Lunar Magic Goddess palette. I have used this twice, and I'm in love, and I'm keeping it in. I'm wearing it now. It's gorgeous. The second palette that's sitting out, it's sitting out because, one, it doesn't fit in my drawers, at least not well. It's a tight fit. I can get it in there when they're not stuffed. But and two, just there's just too much stuff in there. And that is the Hank and Henry Tye Dye. I've actually used this a number of times. I'm not a fan of the owner, Hank, I guess. And so I'm going to take this out. It is a nice palette. It's got some really decent mattes in it. However, I cannot recommend it because he's a horrible human being. But the money was spent before I figured that out, okay? Apparently he's really racist. I haven't seen that stuff, but he has said some things about other stuff that just made me go, okay, yeah, no. Told somebody to unalive themselves at one point in a live he did, and I was just like, no, we're not gonna support that. But I do like the palette. I'm not getting rid of it. I already spent the money, but I am going to take it out of my stash for the month. All right, so that's my two palettes that are out front. And please forgive that the lighting overhead is on. I don't want to have to go and turn it on and then try to remember. We're just going to keep it on. The lighting will be weird, so we'll just keep it on. All right, so in here, this is all my eyeliners and stuff. And I just threw this one in, and I'm going to keep that in. This is my brow stuff that stays in because it's the only brow one I have. But I have 3 melts, and I have 3 actual stick liners. 2 are liquid. We're going to keep the 2 liquid ones in. One is coming, the Karity is coming up on its 1-year anniversary, and its dating thing says 6 months. No wonder my eyes have been messed up lately. Anyway, it still works, and I haven't noticed any change in it really. It is starting to dry out a little bit though. We're gonna pull it. We're gonna put it in our reverse rouge box. I'm gonna do it's 6 months. It's almost a year old, so we're just going to go ahead and take that out. This one is from Estate. It does not have anything on it. This is about 8 months old. I'm going to go ahead and keep it in. Like I said, it's not been a problem. I threw in the Beauty for Real. I got out of my Ipsy in here, but I'm taking it out for now. For most of these kind of gel tips, I just reach for them when I need them. I don't actually need them in here to be used up because they're very easy to either remove the top or to sharpen to get rid of anything that seems like it's questionable, and usually inside should be fine, usually, not always, but if I kept sharpening and there was a problem, I would definitely, you know. At any rate, going to take that one out and put it in with all my other gel liners. I'm going to keep my 2 Vanessa's Vanities in here, these little highlighting powders. Unfortunately, I think her shop is gone. It's really sad. I really like the items I got from her, but I'm going to keep those in there. I have 3 melts, and I enjoy them all. The black is staying because I keep using that. That's a consistent. I'm going to keep the blue one in, but I'm going to take the green one out because I'm not using the green as much, and we're just going to keep the blue in because I've been using the green, the blue and the black more, and we'll keep our chaotic. So we got down to there. What's that? I don't see me adding much more to that. Now, what I do have in here is a ton of lipsticks, and some of this is for testing. I need to put a date thingy on this for 8. I'm going to go ahead. Let me take a look at some of these, because I think a lot of these are actually starting to reach their limit or getting close. Yes. So we're going to keep this NYX liquid in. Taking out anything that says 7. These are a year old. A lot of liquid lipsticks make it take about 18 months. So, but I have this NYX liquid Suede, the metallic matte. Everybody likes this on me. This says a 5, so we're going to put that in there and keep going at it. We're going to take the Uoma out, even though I'm supposed to be testing it. That's a 7. This is gloss. This is the Ulta and Black Widow. gloss. It says a 4. I haven't seen any differences on it, but we're going to put it in there to use up. And the rest of these are 7s. So I'm going to keep this in here. This is from that new box, but hopefully I'll remember to put the tag on it. But I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of these out for now and take a look and see if I have anything else that's in like the first 6 months or 5 months of last year that I really need to start getting to. And we'll see if we add anything from that. Going to keep the powders in here. Now I did add, these are my basics as you all know. I did add one thing in here, and that's this Ocean Mist. And that's because, amazingly enough, I don't spend a lot of time out in the sun. I go out, I take care of my garden, and then I come back in. And that's about it. I haven't been walking or anything because of my knee. But just going out and taking care of the garden and coming back in almost every day, my skin has started to just darken a little. And a lot of the shades that I have in my foundation are too light. This Ocean Mist is too dark, but when I use it, it's very light, and it actually, it's very light. It's very light for a dark foundation for me. When I get really dark, this wouldn't hold up. But because it is darker than the liquid foundations, it helps bring the color to match my skin tone better. So that's going to stay in there. I'm actually going to throw this sample out. I've had it for too long. This is the Let Me First primer. This is from YC collection, and it's just this little thing, so it's been open at least once somewhere, and we're just going to go ahead and toss that. I'm not going to keep that. And going to have to start thinking about using up these foundations. Foundations have 2. These are the Maracuja oil. I ended up picking up a big one, but I'm going to have to start using these up because foundations are about a year. All right, so the next one has a lot going out, and I've got a lot of things to figure out what to put in. So I have, this is a new thing that went in there. This is a Colourpop Pressed Powdered Cheek Blush in Wayfarer. This is a color I've been looking for. I was looking for something kind of peachy, and this was the color I needed. So keeping that. As much as I've been loving this, it's time to move on. I'm going to go ahead and put something else in, so we're going to take that out. I'm going to take out this e.l.f. I actually have not used this much. I've been actually dipping into my drawer for other things lately. So we're just going to take the e.l.f. out. The Ciate Marble. I actually used this today, and it's the first time in the whole month that I've used it. I'm going to keep it, though. I like the nice deep color. Keep that one in there. This is my Lorella highlighter. This one is has like a purpley, looks really pink, but it has a purpley shift to it. It's very pretty. So, but I'm going to go ahead and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take this out for now. This was brand new added. This is the Nomad and Sydney Bathers highlighter, Kiss of the Sun. This is in Balmoral Beach. This one came in as a gift because my garden palette came in. My garden palette never made it. They had shipped it. It never made it to me. They wanted to ship again, but they had to wait because they were out of stock. So they said they were going to send me an extra gift for my trouble, and this was it. I'm going to go ahead and keep that in. Practically matches that blush now that I'm looking at it. Telling you guys, I'm having so much trouble with the nails. I trimmed them down recently because I just was having so much trouble. But oh, it's a lighter version of the blush, but just never put them together right. No dropping things. No dropping things. Kind of on the fence about these complex culture palettes. I'm going to put this in a maybe pile for now. This is the highlighter palette. This one, however, I think needs to be put away until next summer. And the reason I say that is because, like I said, I've been darkening as I've been doing my garden. And I think this is just too light for me right now. And I have not picked these up. I've used them once or twice, and that's it. So they're really good. They're pigmented. I think the shades on this one is just wrong for where I'm at right now. When we get to middle of winter, early spring, this will work because my skin will have lightened up because I will not have gone out at all by that point. I don't do my gardening during the winter. All right, so now I have a ton of palettes, eyeshadow palettes. And most of these just pretty much, well, I think 3 or 4 got added, you know, including the Goddess. I think 3 or 4 got added through the month. So let's just go through what I have by drawer. So the Makeup for Melanin Girls, this is actually a decent palette. It's not as good as some, not horrible. However, I'm going to take it out. My biggest issue with this at this point is the color story. It just doesn't work for me, and I just don't reach for it. Most of these colors I have somewhere, with maybe an exception of that purple right there, which when it's on my skin, it does not look purple. It looks like a reddish brown. So I think this one is going to end up going into the Project Beauty Share box. I just don't reach for it. Project Beauty Share box. So we're going to put this off in another pile over here and keep moving. This is the Perception palette from Midas. I've actually not reached for this one nearly as much as I thought I would. And I like the palette. I like the quality. I'm going to take her out for now. If I'm questioning that much, you guys know if I'm questioning that much on the palette. All right, so this is the Liquid by the Balm that I got in my Ipsy bag. I have not played with it at all. I did say I would give it a try, so I am going to give it a try. So it's going to stay in here right now. Not particularly thrilled about the colors. I have used the Nomad, this is Tokyo palette, a few times. I haven't used it a lot. I am going to be bringing in 2 Nomads. I have a request for a couple of palettes to be used, hopefully for one of my Dragon Bites. So I'm just going to take this one out for now. I might end up putting it back in, but we'll see. We're going to take it out for now. Take this out for now. My out for now pile is huge. All right, next pile. The Lush palette from Colourpop. I have really been enjoying this one. We're heading into these fall colors now. You know, the oranges and stuff. I think I'm going to hang on to this one for a little while longer. I have not played with this one at all. The quality is okay. It's not as good as old Urban Decay. It's not as bad as some of the newer palettes. I'm going to put this in my question mark pile for right now. I've played with my new Aether Beauty once or twice, and I have to say I'm not impressed. Just not impressed. Keeping it because I spent a fortune on this tiny little thing. But I'm going to take it out of the pile for now. I'm probably not going to reach for it. And I will have to think about what I'm going to do with it later. All right, so my daughter got me the 2 of the 5s from Colourpop. There's this green one. I'm going to go ahead and take the green one out. I think I have plenty of greens right now. Although this really did supplement the Lush Life one really well. And then she also got me Cashmere Forever. And I have not really played with this one yet. I did play with that lighter color right there. I think I put it over something. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one in. Like that. And that is everything that was in my stash for the month of August. I'm going to go ahead and put all this stuff away, and then we'll turn you around and start going through the mess. You all will have to, as usual, just forgive. I guess it's not as horrible as it's been at some points. Me and my... Yeah. Anyway, putting stuff away now. Alrighty, so here we go. Taking a look. Alright, we're going to go to our blush and highlight first. I have 2 blush, one that's on the pinky, more rosy end, and one that's peachy, and then I have 1 highlighter that's peachy. So what do I want to do with the highlighters? I want to dig. I want to dig. I am going to get that quad that I got. I have played around with it just a little bit. To get to it, I have to take all of this other stuff out. And reach back there. Come on. Come on. Alright, so this is that quad that I got in my ice cream box. So I'm going to take that out. And then we will put all of these others back. Quickly. Back. Putting them back, putting them back, putting them back. I do have another one. I played with it once. I don't want to play with it right now. Blush. I have a peach and I have a dark. I just got this one in my Ipsy bag. I'm going to go ahead and take that one out. Don't need that one. I want something lighter. Everything else in here is darker. And the only one that's lighter, I'm afraid of. I got this one. I was supposed to be looking for a peach. Open up, you. And it's very orange. I don't see myself using this one much. I think I'm going to go ahead and put that in the Project Beauty Share box. That one was just like the wrong color. Totally the wrong color. Are you? You're dark. Everything else I have is kind of on the dark end or brown. That one's okay. I didn't realize I was so low on blushes. Okay, so I guess I have to find myself a lighter kind of rose colored blush. Not something that's brilliant and pink. Alright, so we've got our highlighter and our blush. I don't need much more from that. Eyeliners and stuff. Alright, I really want to pull my YC collection powder, but I'm going to leave it alone. And I'm going to leave the eyeliners alone for now. But I do need, and I'm going to get this one. I already knew I was going to grab this. And then I have to pick one of the YCs. I want one of the YCs. I'm going to take both of the, you know what? I'm going to take both YCs and the NYX out. And I am going to pick one when we can take a look at all the colors. Let's do that. Alright, there's that. Now, I never get into this one. I'm going to leave that alone. Going to leave that alone for now. That's just tools. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the two palettes that I know that were kind of requested for me to use at some point. So I'm going to get in here and I'm going to get the Icelandic and the Parks. Assuming I can get them out without this falling out. Okay. I love these drawers, but they slide very, very easily, and there's no catch on the back to hold them. So I'm just going to grab that. So got those two palettes. And then, before I go in anywhere else, let's look in here. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get this Mexico Linda. She's a bright colored palette. And I've been meaning to get to her, so I'm going to get to her. We're going to get that. There. Close. Close says me. It said no. Alright, so I have six palettes. But I think I want to snag one more. None of these palettes are oldie palettes. They're all fairly new, and I try to use an old one every time. I am struggling with buttons today. I don't have things falling. I'm struggling with buttons today. All right, so I need to use an older palette. So I'm going to go ahead and grab... Okay, forget that holds. That's not older. That's older. That's a little bit older, but that's the oldest. I'm going to keep trying to use this. I loved this palette when I first got it. I still really love it. It just keeps getting put away for other stuff. But the thing is, I need to use it. I need to use it up as much as I possibly can. So that's going to be my older palette for the month. All right, so I think I'm covered. I think I'm covered. I don't think I need to look anywhere else because all the rest of this is palettes. That's lipsticks, and I'll go through those in just a minute. So, gonna get you turned back around, and we will take a look at the things that I have and check out some of the color variations and see what we want to pick from all of these. So just hang tight. All right, so this is the bronzer palette I picked up. Let's see how these shades fare. She's maybe. And then we have these two YC collections. Oh, that one's in there. These are the two YC collection. They're very similar. Almost the same. One's cooler than the other. And I think my cool one, yeah, well, that's close. Not quite the same. This one's much warmer. These are darker. That's funny. When I sit this one down, it looks really dark, but it's very light against these. Okay, so we're going to take this, and we're going to take the NYX. I'm going to put the two YCs away. So we've got the Ciate. That's in that nice, deeper color. We've got this Pixie. It's kind of pinkish, kind of orangish. An orangey pink. And then we have the peach. So, I think my blushes are kind of covered. I was hoping for something on the pink end without it being like, oh, pink, or, you know, just not rosy, not dark rosy, but something that would give me a light flush. I'm going to have to look for something, I guess. Yeah, like I need to spend more money. Alright, so that's those. I said I was keeping the Sydney, which is peachy, and this is the other one. These are my highlighters. I got all the highlighters. And this would be a great blush if it weren't so shiny. Because trust me, these get shiny. I played with them a couple of times, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to pick them out. So I'm going to keep those. Alright, so we had these two on question mark. I'm going to say no. I think I've got enough highlighters right now. And definitely have enough palettes, so the Prince one is going to get put away. Put these over on the corner. Like that. Put them over there. Alright, so eyeshadows. Let's get into this. So I'm keeping my Lunar Goddess. And I'm keeping my Lush. You've seen those. And new in that is going to be the Mexico Lindo. Said bright colors, all mattes, so pretty much replaces the Hank and Henry. And this one is from Mamacita, so we're going to just go ahead and keep that. And we're going to put these two in here. I've got my little Colourpop 5 piece, and the liquid. Those can all go in there. And then We have the Urban Decay, which you all have seen several times. I gotta try to use her. Just got you. All right, so I'm going to keep the Iceland palette, which has these colors in it. And then here is the American Parks palette. So these are the two palettes that I'm going to keep from Nomad that somebody wanted me to play with. I'm actually going to try to combine them in a Dragon Bite look. So really interested in seeing how that's going to come out. And that is my stash. That was actually pretty painless. Not a whole lot of hemming and hawing. All right, so let me go ahead and get you guys to turn around and we can go through what I have. And hopefully she will continue to fit. Oh, I need to look at my lipstick, so hold on. A quick perusal of my lipstick shows that everything that's still in there is from July or later. And I'll probably start adding stuff in here through the month as I find them, as I use like my lip glosses. Again, July or later. So that is all the liquid stuff. I did dump a lot. I do remember that. I did dump a lot. This is Eben. This is probably about a year old, maybe a little older. And yeah, it's probably time. So we're just going to go ahead and put that in there. All right, top down view. As you can see, I always keep my foundations and stuff up there. You know that. So anyway, so this is the eyeliner drawer. It's actually pretty thinned out. There's room in here. In the past, there hasn't been room in there, so that's nice. This is really thinned out. Those are the only ones that are old, plus this one new one that I need to label and I want to play with. This drawer hardly ever changes. So, and there is my blush, highlighters, and bronzers, contour colors. So there's that. There's my first drawer of eyeshadows. Has the Lush, has the Mexico Lindo, has the Urban Decay and the Colourpop. And this one has the two Nomads and the Luna. And that's going to be my September stash. So what do you think of what I picked up? It's really interesting to have only 4 items in the lip drawer, but hopefully having the stuff that is closer to 18 months in there, or past 18 months. There's one thing in there that's past 18 months. Hopefully having that stuff in there, though, will help me use that. The purple is kind of interesting, the Nyx Suede. I really like it. I've enjoyed using it. In the past, for some reason, though, I haven't. Even though I've had it in here, I just haven't picked it up to use. It's very interesting. And I know a lot of you like me wearing the purple, so it's really interesting that I've just, whatever. Hopefully, though, having it where it's at will help. I think that I tamed the highlight, blush, and contour drawer. The palette stuff, it still looks a little heavy, but everything fits this time, so that's a good thing. And I've got 2 palettes in there that I'm just really overjoyed to have. One that's an oldie. Like I said, I'm trying to use oldies so I can use them up. And this one's starting to dry out a little bit, so she may end up being put away for good at some point very, very soon. I want to keep the packaging even if I end up throwing out the shadows, but I will be very unhappy once the shadows have to go. And then I have a couple of requests in there, and you guys are welcome to request anything for me to use for a Dragon Bite or a Bright Lady. As long as I have it, I will make an attempt to use it. At any rate, so what do you think of my stash? And is there anything in there that you think I missed that I should have? It feels really weird to not have things overflowing, or like I said, the lipstick drawer just looks empty. So is there anything that you think is missing? I mean, other than, a more mid-range colored pinkish type blush. Other than that, is there anything that you think is kind of missing out of there? Let me know, and maybe I'll pick one up when I pick up the blush. I don't know. I shouldn't be buying right now. I really shouldn't be buying anything right now. I think the palettes are pretty good. I really kind of felt like I have the purples in the Colourpop, and for some reason I was just thinking if I use the Urban Decay Urban Spectrum, I have more purples in there, and I probably just don't even need them. So, but they're in there. We'll just go ahead and play with it. Like I said, I'm trying to use up use an older palette whenever I get some of the new ones. Sometimes the new ones just take over. It really does. So what do you think of my selection? Let me know down below. And that is it for the day, and I hope you like what you've seen. And if you do like what you've seen, I hope you will subscribe if you aren't already. When you do subscribe, please hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. I currently upload 2 days a week. That would be Monday and Thursday. However, we have bonus videos. We have my Geek Fuel opened by my son. We have a box sitting here waiting for him to open it. I will get to it probably before I upload this video. We will take care of that. Actually, no. I will get to it soon. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably not going to go up until after this one. But we will get to it. We'll get to it for him. And it's for August, so we need to get to it soon. We need to get to it soon. So here's my Geek Fuel. I'm doing my garden videos. Those will go to about mid to late October probably. Maybe. Depends. We did add some more seeds. I do need to get another video up because there are some major changes in the garden. I'll try to get to that next week too. We'll see. And if you send anything, you don't have to, but if you do, that will also go up as a bonus video. However, if you don't want me to, just put in a note in the box saying please don't open it on the channel, or join the domytriesthis Facebook group, which is listed down below, and you can tell me on there that a package is coming, which I actually appreciate the heads up on. But yes, otherwise, if you put in a note that says that there is a package coming and please don't open it on the channel, I will definitely honor your request. So. But if you want to see any of those or anything else that happens to pop up, then you'll have to have that bell clicked. You won't get an email, but the notification will come up on your YouTube homepage. If you're one of my notification squad, please check both your bell and your subscription to make sure they're both still active. Yes, YouTube is still doing the culling. Not badly for me, but it's going on. And if you're not a subscriber and don't want to subscribe, I'll be sad. However, I also understand because there's a lot of YouTube out there. We've been a little low-key today. I've got Ida vibes on the brain. I'm reacting to the barometer changes, so it's kind of dulling me down just a little bit. But, you know, we don't just do makeup around here. We do a lot of makeup, but we don't just do makeup around here. My husband is cooking on the channel now. And that's the big one right now in the garden. So you don't have to come for the makeup. If you can subscribe for some other reason, that would be cool. But if you don't, like I said, I would understand. And you are always welcome here. And when you do come back again, don't forget to bring your cup of tea. All right, so this has sat here for quite a while, at least 40 minutes. It doesn't matter what it looks like on there when you guys go to it. I edit the crap out of these things, so let's give her a taste. She's definitely cooled down some. She's definitely cooled down to something tolerable. So we'll give her a sip, and we will be on our way. I don't like it. This will go to my son. I don't like it. I don't like it. The cinnamon is too strong. The apple is kind of flat. I'm getting it, but it's very flat. And I know they put in the lemon bit. What is it? Orange peel to try to brighten it, but it really didn't. And the rest of it is just pointless, if you ask me. I just didn't. Yeah, no. Not impressed. Alrighty, so that is it. Hope you have a good one.